All right, is it time for a little Adderall intervention? It says here in this email, since being prescribed Adderall for adult ADHD, my wife has become hyper aggressive and super blunt. And she'd never been like this before. At first, it helped her focus and boosted her energy. But now she won't stop talking. She rambles nonstop, blurts out personal stuff to strangers, and interrupts everyone, even during emotional or serious conversations. She accused my mom of being too boring to be loved at a family dinner and didn't even realize how messed up that was.
Too boring to be loved.
She thinks she's thriving on this Adderall, but in reality, she's just pushing away the people who love her the most. Is it time for an intervention? Because she won't listen to just me about it.
I think if you really need Adderall, it doesn't make you hype. It makes you hype if you don't need it.
That's not true. You can overdo Adderall and it can absolutely make you talk a million miles a minute. It can make you seem like you are on something. The eyes can be going back and forth. People who don't even have ADHD will take Adderall as a recreational drug.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, if you don't need it, if you're not being prescribed it because you have issues, I think it helps you control your brain. But if you take it like just to get high, that's when it makes you talk a mile a minute, right?
Well, even if you are diagnosed with it and you're supposed to take that, you're supposed to take the recommended dose. And if you're not taking the recommended and you're overdoing it, you're going to have an imbalance here. I've seen it happen to people.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, if it's not her best life and you've tried to talk to her about it and saying, hey, that whatever your prescription is, it's not the right amount because it's changing who you are, then, yeah, sometimes you have to bring other people to the party and have a conversation. And what that looks like, I've never been in an intervention. I imagine leading with love, but it's trying to find the right place to do it and finding somebody who's open-minded, and hopefully they would be.
Well, it sounds like maybe what you need to do is go with her to her next doctor's appointment. Whoever prescribed this Adderall needs to hear from you what it's doing to her. And then that person needs to adjust.
Yeah.
But when she goes to the doctor, she's probably like, oh, yeah, everything's fine. Everything's fine. We're good. It's perfect. I'm loving it. I'm feeling myself.
But, yeah, I mean you can abuse any of this stuff.
Yeah.
You know, they prescribe Xanax for people who have anxiety, and of course it works for people who have anxiety, but if you're taking too much of it, you're a different person.
Well, my question, I wonder if she is taking the right amount that is prescribed to her. Is it possible that she likes the feeling of it? She's like, well, if one is doing this, what about two? I'd feel even better.
That happens.
Yeah, but I would imagine she'd run out before her prescription's up, though.
Oh, there's always ways to get more.
Yeah,
Okay.
black market Adderall. That sounds safe.
I didn't say it was safe.
Yeah.
Oh, he's right, though. There's always ways to get more.
Look, if you really have and look, some of these doctors prescribe a lot of pills. I was surprised. Someone I know, they were prescribed 3 months full of a Xanax prescription. I'm like, 3 months? That's a way how you could get in a lot of some issues right there if you were a person to abuse that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I think it depends on your doctor. I think it might depend on your insurance company when it comes to that stuff.
Yeah. Well, sounds like the best suggestion is that you need to probably get a little bit more involved. If she will not let you go to the doctor's appointment, then that's where you need to say, hey, we're in this together and we're married. These are the kind of things you do when you make a comment. So
if she won't let you go to the doctor's appointment with her, then that tells you right there she knows she's abusing it and she's hurting you and your loved ones. Telling your mother she's too boring to be loved.
How does that work? Can you call, let's say, you know, you and Panda's in therapy, and you see a major shift in his mood because of the drugs he's on. Can you call the doctor and say, hey, look, I'm really worried about my husband and the drugs, or does that go against HIPAA and all that kind of stuff?
They're not supposed to talk to you at all unless you are listed on their medical records as someone who is allowed to be spoken to about their medical details.
they'd have to let you in, I think.
Because my mom, I was in, And then all of a sudden she took me off.
And then that
But
was
she did
hard.
it on purpose because she didn't want me to speak to her doctors when she was spiraling.
And,
Yeah.
that made it way harder for you to get
Yeah.
involved.
They wouldn't even confirm that she was a patient. When I called back, I'm like, no, I'm on the paperwork. They were like, no, you're not. And we can't even confirm that we see her. I'm like, what?
Wow. Yeah. It's the way it goes. So they've got to be somewhat open. And if they won't, then yeah, bringing other people to the party to convince her that she is not taking the right amount would probably be a good thing. Now, Lane says, my daughter has ADHD, always had, and the Adderall makes her talk nonstop. It is exhausting, she says.
Wow.
That's how sometimes I can tell someone's on it, because they're acting completely different, and then they go, "Why are they doing an auction right now?" But
An auction.
300.
Hey, 42, we got 42, looking for 45, 45, we got 46, 46.
Yep.
This is how we do. It's the KBJ Show.